Okay, for the script based automation, you need to understand the script, you need to understand this framework. And it is not just like this. Everyone has their own style of writing, right?
Correct.
Everyone, let's say you are creating a body. Okay, so someone will create the object as something else, some other name. Okay, so this is how it goes with the script based automation. It is not like it should not work. It is working. It is there in the market. But how we are making the things easy, okay, how we are making the things effective, is comes it comes with the Tosca automation. Okay, so they are also using the artificial intelligence testing now. Okay, they are getting the regular updates. You can see there are three minor updates in a particular year, and there is a one major update after a year. Okay, and they are constantly updating. From the 50 plus language, from the 50 plus platform, now they have expanded to the 120 plus of platform you can automate. Okay, and they are extensively working on the SAP automation. Okay, so previously you are working on the S4 HANA. Okay, SAP S4 HANA. Okay, so this is a cloud based. Okay, so
Yes.
now you know about the SAP Fury is coming. I don't know much about the SAP, okay, because I am not working on the SAP. But yeah, I heard about it. So they are using the SAP Fury automation, and it will going to be a next level thing in the SAP automation using the Tosca. Right. So this is about the script based and scriptless. Okay. There's some example. Okay. Which requires the 120 plus of 120 lines of codes while you are writing you can say you are reading any Excel through the Tosca automation. And then there is just three steps we have. This is the writing of and reading the Excel from the Selenium, let's say. This is just an
Okay.
example. Okay, but in case of the Tosca automation, this is just the three modules we need to use. Okay, so this is how it is effective and how it is easy to use. You will going to learn from here.
Mhm.
Okay, we have this journey of learning the Tosca automation. So there is a DevOps integration also. You know about it. Like it is a continuous integration and develop deployment. Okay,
Yes.
once there is a deployment is going on, and other side there is a testing going on. Okay, we are not waiting like the waterfall model and the other model. We are not waiting for the testing to comes into the picture. Okay, we are ready with the testing every time the deployment is happen. Right. So this is how we are achieving different things. We are achieving the DevOps using the Tosca automation. Okay,
Mhm.
then we are also achieving the API testing, as I said. Okay, we are also achieving the API testing using the Tosca automation. So in the API testing, this we will cover in this course. The DevOps also, how to integrate with the Jenkins, we will cover in the course. The API scanning we will cover, like how you need to use the API engine of the Tosca, so that you can hit any API, you can get the response. Either it is a SOAP, either it is a RESTful API. Okay.
Okay.
So there's also one way Tosca orchestrated service virtualization, which is like if you know about like the shift left testing, we are able to achieve this using the orchestrated service virtualization in the Tosca. So we are ready with the API testing before the service comes to the deployment. Okay, just using as a virtual environment of APIs and the services, we can achieve this. Okay, then there is a Tosca BI, which is business intelligence. This has a separate license and everything. Okay, so we are not including this, but this is also you can achieve the ETL testing. You can see here, this is the ETL testing we can achieve using the Tosca automation. Okay,
Mhm.
so this course will going to cover most of the part of the Tosca automation. In and out, we will provide you the training and like how we need to use the most optimized way, what you can provide. Okay, you can implement if you are using it in your live projects. Okay, you can get to us with the queries. We will definitely resolve it. Okay,
Mhm.
and this is how we will go with this. So we are covering the automation specialist level 1 and level 2, which is the most critical part of this training. Okay, and that will cover the each and every path which is like defining and which have the part ways later on. Let's say you want to go with the test design part. Okay, you want to go with the test driven development. then you need to choose the test design specialist and something like that. If you want to go with the creation of DLLs and everything for the Tosca, then there is another path of automation engineer. So for that, there is a common path. Okay, before achieving that, you need to be specialized in the Tosca. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
this we are covering in our course. This we're going to do, and this will I'm going to cover it in our course. Okay, so you already know about the curriculum. I told you about the curriculum also. Okay, the in and out, the modules, test cases, execution list, everything we will going to cover. Okay, so this is about the Tosca, what we're going to have. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so now let me show you like what is the Tosca and how it looks like. Okay, so this is the application on which we need to work and we will going to learn. Okay, this is the Tosca 14.1, which is just a version like the latest one is the 14.2. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so we are using the 14.0 because this is the more stable now. Okay, because the 14.2 is just released
Mm-hmm.
a month back. Okay, so we are using the most stable version for now, but the latest one also. So you need to download this. I will provide you the link. Just ping me your email address, okay? Or I will get it from the 3RI. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have the 5 days of class in a week, okay? At the time of 8:30 to 9:30. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is suitable for you, right?
Yes.
Yes. So there is no hard and fast thing. Okay. The because the 7:30 to 8:30 I have my personal meetings. Okay. That is
Mm-hmm.
why I'm not comfortable in this 7:30 to 8:30. So if there is any adjustment like before the 7:30 to 8:30, after the 8:30 to 9:30, we can do that. There is no issue in that. Okay. We
Okay.
if you have any queries, we can have a separate session like a quick session of 15 minutes. You can directly call me and anything will work out. It is just
Okay.
about we are providing the support. You don't need to worry about that,
Okay.
right? So this you need to install it. I will share it with you. Okay, and for the demo license, you need to. I will share everything, every detail on your WhatsApp. Okay, you need to register on the particular link. Okay, you will get if you will register and apply for it today. Might be you will get it by today only. The license
Mm.
version, the license for the 30 days. Okay, and if you want like mostly on the weekends they Saturday on the Saturday you will get the license but not on the Sundays. Okay, you will not get the
Okay.
license. Okay, so you need to apply for that. Just share me your details. I will get it from the Pratiksha also, and I will definitely ping you on that. So what you need to do.
Okay.
Okay, so this is like I just need to tell you because this is our first class. You need to know about the Tosca. Okay, so when you get the whole installation on your machine and everything, then you can also hands-on. Okay, if I just say and cover some of the topics, again we need to go with the things, right? So
Yes.
just the standard things I just wanted to tell you about this Tosca package. Okay, what comes with that? Okay, so we will follow one structure is like the day-to-day coverage of the classes. Okay, this folder I will share it with you. Okay, so you will get your videos. You can get the videos. This is for the long term. Okay, on the Skype only. Okay, for whatever we have covered in a day, whatever the task we need to do, I will cover it here. I will share this with you. Okay, so this we need to cover, let's say today, and this is the task you need to do for your class. Okay, we will definitely cover like whatever we need to ask, whatever you are asking, and whatever we are doing, we are covering it like this way only. Okay, so hope you get this. You get the idea of what how we are going and how we'll do. So you can also suggest like in terms of the speed, in terms of the pace, and in terms of like any structurized way you want. So you can definitely suggest we can work on it, right?
Sure. Sure.
Yes. So about this Tosca, this like when we install it, okay, we need to create a workspace. We need to create workspace for that. Let me create one. I'll show you. So how much experience you have, Rahul?
Mm, 13 years.
Oh, great. So this is our first step after installing this. We need to create a workspace, right?
Mm-hmm.
So where you're working. Okay. So in the selection of repositories, we have, okay, so there are two types of, it is a paid tool, So there are
Mm-hmm.
two types of workspace we need to create. One is you are alone working on a workspace, okay, and then
Mm-hmm.
then you are working with your team, okay.
Yes.
So let's say this is our personal machine, okay. We are working on our machine only. So we will create the single user workspace, okay.
Okay.
So this we need to choose it while we are working on it. Just a second. Okay, so for like let's say there is the another way is the common repository. Okay, so for the common repository, we need to choose like any of the DB your company is opt to choose, which can be the SQLite, the Oracle MS SQL Server, and DB2. Okay, so this is like your company is using whatever the DB, and then we need to set up the common repository there in the database. Okay, so that particular database should everyone should have access to the database. The first and foremost requirement is to create a common repository. Okay, so let's say we are creating the local workspace. You need to give the name, let's say the Tosca Automation. Okay, this is your workspace. So when you use this, use workspace template. Okay, so whatever the standard modules we have in the Tosca comes to this the package. Okay, comes with
Okay.
this package and it will automatically install into the system. Okay, while you create this. So right now I have already created one of my workspace where we will work. Okay, so after selecting that particular checkbox, you will have this standard modules. Okay,
Okay.
so now what are standard modules? Okay, so standard modules, like which is common for all, no matter what is your system under test. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
what yeah, the application you are working on. So you have some different application, I have some different application, okay, that we need to automate it, that we need to make the modules out of it. Okay, but you can say uh, like if I define you, the body is different for everyone, okay, but the tires are same.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have this standard modules as, let's say, the tires, the rims, okay, and something like the steering is same for all the cars. Okay, but the body is different, which we need to create. Okay, so this is like that only. So in terms of, let's say, the application, how it is saying, like you have Windows. Okay, the Windows is same for all. Okay, it works on the Windows, and you have the Windows, and it is same for all. Okay, the browser Chrome is same for all, right? You will also going to use the Chrome browser or the Firefox or the Internet Explorer. Okay, I am also going to use the same. Okay, the pop-up here, the file here, let's say the Excel, the Notepad, and everything we use. Okay, these all are same and standard for all. Okay, there is nothing changed. Okay, so these are the standard. These are the things which comes under the standard modules. So like you are using on the SAP. Okay, you are using the SAP. So we have some standard modules for the SAP. Okay, so there is a login. Okay, which looks same like this only. Okay, no matter what is the SAP application, it looks like this only, right?
Correct.
Yes. So instead of using and scanning it by your own, you can use these many standard modules for the SAP, for the login, for logon, for menu option. Okay, this is the common menu bar we have in the, like I have once encountered with the SAP automation. These are the
Mm-hmm.
common application. These are the common, you can say, the menu, edit, favorites, extras, and system and help. These are the common menu bar and everything. Whatever there is a common thing, the Tosca is already including it into the package. Okay, so like I showed you, there is a different windows operation. Okay, like I want to maximize the window, I want to minimize the window. Okay, I want to
Mhm.
save some dialogue and I want to close some dialogue. Okay, so let's say I want to take the screenshot. So this these many folders you can see comes under the common operation, and we will going to use it. Okay, we will going to use each and every one mostly of it. So and see the how we can use more effectively in the system under test and the combination of the system under test and the standard modules, right? So this we will
Yes.
going to cover. So you see here, like in the T box engine. So as I said, it is supporting more than 120 plus platforms, right?
Mhm.
So it can be the HTML, it can be the Java, it can be the database, SAP, Salesforce, anything, right? And the
Mhm.
mobile, everything. So it includes those engine, and for those we have the standard modules. For the HTML we have different modules. Okay, for the database we have, for the Excel we have. Okay, for the Java, PDF, and everything we have as a different module. Okay,
Okay.
so this comes under the standard modules. You will not going to get it like this way. We will going to use it, then you will see like how we are differentiating the common modules, standard modules with the system under test modules, right?
Okay.
So this we will going to use mostly the standard modules every time and in every of the test cases. Okay, so now let's say this is my common, this is my project. Okay, where this is my, you can see here, this is my workspace, right?
Mhm.
So in the workspace, let's say I am working on this particular batch. Okay, so you need to be separate for from everyone. Okay, whatever you are working on should be separate from every different batches, right? Let's assume
Correct.
this. So we have the concept of the component folder. Okay, we have the concept of component folder. Component folder is whatever the components we have in the Tosca. For let's say this software testing lifecycle, we have different components of the requirement gathering, designing, and everything, right? So those are the components we have in the Tosca, and we want to differentiate it with the other. Let's say you are using on a common repository. Okay, your
Mhm.
one team is working on some other module, let's say some other application. Okay,
Okay.
upstream application, and one is working on a downstream application, but they are related to the same project. Okay, but they have the different modules, they have the different components and everything, so they want to differentiate their work. Okay, it should not get messed out of it. So for that we use the component folder, where we can provide and we can create the different components what we have in the Tosca. So now what are the components? Let's say this is the batch for 8:30. Okay, uh, this I gave, this is I am separating my work. Okay, this is your batch, right? So now
Mhm.
you, just by looking into it, you can see this is my batch and this is my folder where I am working on, right?
Okay.
So now we will go with the software testing lifecycle. How we have this here in the Tosca. So the first phase is what? Requirement gathering, right?
Correct.
So when you right click on the component folder, you will see in this tool. So these are many different, you we will going to use the different option, the different ways of using this tool. Okay, and this is just I'm giving an overview of the tool. Okay, like what it is. This is the component folder we have. In the more tools we will go, we will see the requirement folder. Okay, so each and every phase of the testing is divided into the different folders here. Okay, in the folder structure we have, the one is your the batch folder, which is the component folder, which is dividing all your work. Now we have the requirement folder, which is like where we are gathering our whole requirement. Okay, so when you click on the requirement, you will see the option related to the requirement gathering only. If you want to create the requirements, you will create it, whatever which tool you are using for the test management.
Jira.
Jira. Okay, so we have the stories, we have the bugs there. Okay, we have the task created on the particular, let's say on the Jira. Okay, so let's say we have a task, under that we have the 5 stories, right? So we can create the same structure into the requirement set. Okay, in the requirements we can generate the requirement and we can get the coverage out of it. How much you have
Okay.
already covered in the automation and what needs to be covered on the automation, because we are
So,
yes,
so
tell
it's
me.
kind of for reporting purpose, huh? Or
No,
how it
not
is.
not the reporting, for the tracking purpose. Okay, for
Mm,
the for getting the coverage, like how much requirement you have already covered in the automation. Okay, we have, let's say, 10 requirements. Okay, in
Mm-hmm.
the 10 requirements you have automated the 5 requirements, so you can get the track out of it. We will get to learn about this, how you can get the track out of it, how you link your automated test cases to the requirement, and how it is showing us that it is already covered and not.
Okay.
Okay, so this we can track our requirement, we can track how much we have covered, and according to that we can get the risk based testing also using this particular requirement. Okay, so like how much which requirement is taking how much weightage. Okay, and how much risk is associated with the particular requirement,
Okay.
right? We can get the idea of that all of that particular thing using the requirement section, right? So my next phase is the system design. Okay, for the
Mm-hmm.
system design, we have the mostly used folder is as the modules folder. Like I showed you, like what is the module. Okay, so like I told you, let's create a pen. Okay, so for the pen, we need to have the body.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we need to have the ink. Let's say refill, you can say. Okay, you can have the type of the pen, it can be the ink pen or the ball pen. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so this is like what I told you about the models. Okay, this is, I have created the models. Okay, so this is the place where we will design and we will get the whole system. Okay, so this is the standard modules which we're going to use. This is the modules what we will going to cover it for our application, which is the system under test, and which is the demo web shop from the Tricentis. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
this is our system under test, what we're going to test. Okay,
Yes.
so we have created the modules out of it. Okay, this is a system design. Okay, now the third phase comes is the development phase. Okay, so here the development comes with the automation script. Okay, which consists in the test case folder. Okay,
Okay.
which is colored as the blue. Everything is color defined, everything has their separate icons. Okay, you will not get confused in anything, it is very well designed software. Okay,
Okay.
so this is like in the blue structure folder where you will design your system. Okay, so here what I will do, I will create the test cases. Okay, you know the test cases, what is the test cases.
Mm-hmm.
This is, let's say, my ink pen, and this is my ball pen I want to create. So this is common for all. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I will use this body refill type here also, and I will use, so this is you can see the reusability of the module, right?
Yes, correct.
And this modules is saying what it contains. Okay, and when it comes to the test case, it is saying what it is doing, right? So
Correct.
like this is the modules we have created, and the type we have defined 2 ways. Okay, so what I'm doing, I will tell you everything. This is just to show you, right? This is not the way we will going to work. Let's say this is the type is can say ink, and this is ball. Okay, so now I have two components in the type where I can select what is the type of the particular pen. Okay, so let's say this is the type. Okay, this is the ink pen. Okay, what I need to you what I need to do. The body and refill are same. It is just ink is different, which is I am selecting. Okay, this is I am selecting the ink here, and this is I am selecting the ball here. So whatever I will select, it will activate, or you can say enabled. Okay, rest
Mm-hmm.
is disabled. So this will create using the same module. I have created two types of pen. Okay, this is just the two types. Okay, you can create the 100 types of pens. Okay, you
Mm-hmm.
just need to add the module. You can add the brand. Okay, you can add the brand here in the ink. You can create the four brands of ink pen. You can create the four brands of ball pen and everything like that.
Correct.
Okay, like you will create in the modules. You this is the separate section. Okay, this is the registration part. Okay, with this is the login part. This is the shopping cart and everything. Okay, so we will create the modules out of it and we will reuse it. Let's say in the registration, one test case is saying to fill the registration. Okay, one test case is saying to verify if their registration button is coming or not. Okay,
Okay.
so there are two purpose, but we have only one module. Okay, so this is how it is the model based testing, how it is structurized in the testing of the model structure. We are getting the modules out of it, we are getting the elements out of the page, and we are reusing it. So whatever the designing part, whatever we are designing our modules, we are getting the objects out of it. So you can see these are the objects. Okay, the ink and ball. Okay, out of the page. So whatever you can see here, the register, login, shopping cart, whatever the links, whatever the buttons are the objects. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
you know what is the object is the runtime entity. Okay, let's say you have a remote. Okay, it is an object. You can uh, pick that particular remote by your hand. So you can say it is an object. But here on the web page, the registration part, let's say this is the remote. You cannot pick it. So
Mm-hmm.
how you perform the operation on that? Like in the remote, you can press the button. Okay, you can press the up and down button, any of the numeric key, like that you operate. Okay, but you
Mm-hmm.
cannot perform anything. You cannot use your remote as your cell phone. Okay, like that,
Correct.
every object has a different property. Like the link, you can click on it, you can verify what is written there, but you cannot put the text. Okay, like you are putting in the text box.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so text box has the property to get the text into it, but not the link. You cannot change this link.
Correct.
So treating as an object, we are getting this into our module. Okay, so in terms of the web page, in terms of the you can say or in terms of this IT thing, okay, we are treating everything as an object and then we are working on it. Okay, so there are different business type of a particular object, okay, that we need to work, and we
Mm-hmm.
need to get it into the module. We need to design our system. Okay, then we need to implement into the development what we are developing. We are developing the test case, right? So these are the first three phases: the system requirement gathering. Okay, then there is system design. Okay, then there is a the application development. Okay, then there is phase is the system testing and the maintenance. Okay, so whatever we have developed, we need to test and we need to maintain the logs, right? So for the logs, for the creation and the maintaining the logs, we have the execution section. Here, whatever we have created here, we will execute here. Okay, whatever we have designed here, we will reuse here in the test case folder. Whatever we have developed in the test case, we will execute here in the green execution folder.
Okay.
Right. So this is how everything is interlinked. Okay, and whatever we have, whatever we are developing here, will maintain here in the requirements. Okay.
Okay.
So in the system design, we are designing the particular web page, right? We are designing the web page. So to design the test data, to use the different test data you are using for your application, we have one more folder as for the system design as the test case design. Okay, this will consist your test data. Okay, the different set of test data you want to use. Let's say you want to log in with the admin, you want to log in with the user, general user, and different user you want to use. So for that you want to create a set of test data, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that you will going to design it in the test case design phase. So this all these all folders we will going to use what we have created right now in the component folder. Okay, we have created separately from the other projects. Okay, how we are developing the other projects, we have created this for you. Okay, then now we are using the software testing life cycle, and we will going to use that accordingly, right? So this is about like the Tosca, how we will going to use it. Okay, this is how they are defining it, like the different color folders. You can see it is written there, it is easily identifiable, and for each and every folder you will get the different options. Okay, you will see not everyone is same, everyone is different functionality. Okay, hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. So this we will going to cover. So for that, like for the creation of module, we will start with the creation of module. Okay, because we don't have such a set of requirements. Okay, I will definitely tell you what is and how the requirement will work later on the class. But we will start with the module creation. We will start with the system design and the development. Right.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, this is how we will go. Do you have any queries till now? Okay, I have explained so much to you, like about the
Mm-hmm.
Tosca. Okay, if
Mm-hmm.
you have any queries, please let me know.
No, nothing as of now.
Okay, so yeah, Rahul, this is how we will go. We are maintaining each and everything like in the daily day-to-day class. Okay, so I've showed you this everything. Okay, and now this is your task. Just can you please share me your contact number in the
Yeah.
chat box? Also, it will work.
Yeah. Just a moment.
Okay, so I will ping you, and you need to install the Tosca from there. Okay, and just install it. Okay, and raise a license request. Rest the creation of workspace and everything we will do in the next class.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, I got a message.
Is there a possibility to have a class tomorrow? Actually, that's what we discussed initially. That
Yeah, but actually, I need to find the time tomorrow because the week. This is actually the weekday batch, as I discussed with the Pratiksha. Okay, this is
Mhm.
a usual batch. There's a different batch for the weekend. Okay, so yeah, you have the requirement of going little faster and complete it little faster.
Yes.
I will definitely tell you about the tomorrow's possible time. So you are free tomorrow, right? We can have it like in the morning, in the evening, somewhere like
In the
this.
morning, actually, I'm free. So I was thinking that 11:30 your timing.
My 11:30.
Yes.
Actually, 11:30. I have a weekend batch, so I will not be available at that time.
So then you can let us know your availability. Then I'll see that if we can do.
Yes, in the evening only. I will tell you. So just skip this weekend because you don't have the Tosca installed and you don't have the license. Okay, if I just cover some of the topics and you will not be able to hands on, then this will be like I also want you to be on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
That is why. So from the next weekend, we will see the best possible time for both of us. We will sit and we can have a class on the weekends also.
Okay.
Okay. So just let me save your number. So is this your WhatsApp number also?
Yes.
I just pinged you.
Just a moment.